Ah, okay. Here we are again together. I hope you're well. I am Greg Dolan coming to you from Glendale, California. I'm looking out the window over the computer here. It's quite a lovely, well, I'm looking into my mother's backyard and across a little canyon to a big tall hill on the other side. It's about 11 a.m. here, and it's quite a nice summer day. The idea I'm sharing here, do you folks hand wash clothes? I do it a fair amount. I tend to think that hand washing is easier on clothes, and sometimes I need a garment quickly. Particularly I hand wash short pants because I don't have that many, and I'm wearing them a lot this summer. But I hand wash other things too. I happen to have a rack, a drying rack that I can unfold and set up in my bathtub, so I can also dry without a machine, without a dryer. And in my apartment I have a clothesline to dry stuff on too. So at my apartment I often hand wash in the kitchen sink because it's a bigger sink than the bathroom sink. And then I would hang the wet clothes on the clothesline outside, so they drip and drip and drip, and then they just dry. But one thing I've been doing lately that you might like is when I hand wash my short pants, I've been washing under the belt loops. I'm wearing short pants now, and as you know, there's a number of loops that you thread your belt through. And when I hand wash these pants now, I've got soap on my hands, I've soaped up, and I wish I had remembered. I buy a big bar of, it's actually hand soap. It's not bar soap that you would use in the shower. It's sold as hand soap. Here in Southern California we get a couple of brands of this. One is called Zote, one is called Lirio. They both come from the country of Mexico, I think. And I go and buy those 5 or 6 bars at a time. And but when I'm washing, of course, I'm scrubbing the soap over the short pants. I pull out the pockets and so that they'll get clean. And I turn things in. Eventually, after I've soaped up one side, I'll turn the whole short pants inside out. But before I do that, my hands have soap on them. I'll actually kind of rub under the belt loops. That's a place, I suppose. Well, now that I'm making the video, I suppose, well, that's a place that when you hand wash, it wouldn't get washed too well under the belt loops. It sort of would in a washing machine. I mean, it'd get washed as well as any other part of the garment in a washing machine, because the soapy water would go in under the belt loop. But when you hand wash, you tend to scrub the surface of the garment, and you might not get in under the belt loops. So I guess I'm just mentioning it as a detail of hand washing that is good to be aware of, I think. The other parts might be really obvious to you why you'd wash everything else, but you might not think to wash under the belt loops. But they probably get a little dirty and gritty under there too, although they are kind of protected, more protected than other parts of the garment. But I think it feels good to get it 100% clean, or as close as you can get. So I'm just pointing out that you can do it. So if you like, do use the idea.